after 6 days, he blocked her because he felt like he didn't want her to talk to other guys within 6 days. Within 6 days. Okay? Like, he was just giving her ultimatums after ultimatum. You know what I'm saying? No. And she was like, what? We live in two different states. I don't even know you. You're a stranger.
He was giving I'm the prize energy, which is very feminine.
Which is a lie. So I guess he called the producer and basically tried to make her out to be a bad guy. Girl.
Because why?
The communicator? The one that said he's a great communicator?
Yeah.
Him, Reginald?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Not a great communicator.
The one who was all about God?
All about God. So godly.
He don't wear that cross for anything.
Don't be so...
Hello. Welcome to Therapy Rebranded, where we're consistently inconsistent.
Ding!
So we have a guest today who's Rachel's friend.
Yeah.
Also has her own lash business. Mm-hmm. Incredibly entertaining as we've been waiting to figure this out. Y'all are ready. It's about to be a treat. Trust.
Yo, we're in.
And so we're going to do our regular Reddits, but then we're going to talk about Pop the Balloon afterwards because she was on episode 12.
Yes, I was.
And is a star, bitch.
A star.
Black Barbie.
All right, let's get into the first one. Not in a rush. I'm a 37-year-old female and date men. I've tried to burn the haystack method. I've tried to burn the haystack method of dating with apps, and it results in finding no one to go out with, so I'm trying to be more open. Mm-hmm. I want a relationship. I want kids. I come across profiles of men who state they want something long-term or they're open to it, but many times they have the disclaimer, quote, not in a rush. These are men in their late 30s/early 40s. I'm not looking to, quote, rush per se, but I've been single for a long time and I've been holding out for the right person. If I meet him, I'm definitely not looking to date, nor do I feel like I need to date for years before marriage and children if that's what we're both looking for. Do I stay open to profiles like this, or is this just men who actually aren't looking for something serious but want to keep their options open? What do y'all think? If you're on a dating site, if y'all even use that anymore, when you were.
And I do.
You do, okay. When you're on a dating site and a guy says that they're open to something but they don't want to rush, is that a deterrent for you?
Yeah.
Say more.
Because I want to rush. What are we doing?
What are you going towards, bitch?
Marriage,
more.
The goal. Not even marriage, but the commitment. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here?
What is like a green flag on like one of those profiles? Like ready for commitment, ready for open like monogamy or whatever?
Yeah, ready to start their family. Like, people that are intentional, like, you can read it, you can see it. But like, if they're looking for fun, you can tell that too.
This is kind of petty, but it depends on what the profile looks like for me.
Like, as in the pictures?
like the whole thing. Like, if I like the whole thing and it says like not in a rush or whatever, I'm like,
he'll rush for me.
Not even. No, not even. No. Just like, I don't really give a fuck because I'm like, well, I just want to play with it for a second.
I feel like if they got a bunch of emojis.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's not serious.
No.
Yeah.
If you have your IG in there, it's not serious.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Not serious.
What do you feel about men who put not in a rush because they're worried about being like perceived or like pushed into a relationship? Because to me, that feels kind of weak. Like you're going to be pushed into it, talked into it. Someone's going to pressure you into it. Like, you either want to or you don't.
That shit is weird.
I don't know. I feel like
not in a rush means you want to fuck. It's just what it means.
You just want to, what is it? Friends with benefits?
Yeah, you want like a situationship. You sliding around. You just on there just to be on there. Yeah. Like, it's just unserious.
Yeah.
So you just have to know that it's unserious, which I'm okay with.
Are either of you open to dating for fun? Like, if you see someone on an app that says they don't want to date, but they're fine, are you matching? Are you swiping?
No.
I would.
You're not?
No.
You're serious?
It's not that I'm serious, but like, I can find that on the street or at the club.
We're in two different places. You like ready.
I'm ready, but I'm also dating for fun.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm intentional. Like, if I'm dating for fun, you can't do anything to disrespect me or do something that I don't like and you out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I'm always open to new experiences. Like, even if it's just for fun, we gonna do something fun together. You're gonna take me to do something new. Like, that's just,
And Rachel's dating for fun. You're open to that?
I'm dating for fun. I definitely would like to be in a relationship, but I kind of like having a little Riz, a little Rasta, a little pop here, a little pop there.
Lord Jesus. I dated for fun when I first started dating in 2020.
It's kind of fun to like feel yourself for a second, and I just kind of like that. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Just fucking find niggas and shit like that.
Oh,
like, it's
Lord
fun,
Jesus.
So I guess the consensus is of like, if you are serious and you want to get into a relationship, don't swipe on Not in a Rush.
Yeah.
It's not the total consensus.
No. Oh, what is your thought, Gabe?
I think that you guys couldn't sound crazier. This is one of these things where you go...
Male perspective.
Like, you guys are just looking at this from the worst possibility. Like that...
What's the alternative?
To me, when I see that, and you just see a woman who's like, if you're not ready to get married, like right now, like just swipe left. I'm like, you seem fucking crazy. I'm not gonna... Like, I don't even know you, bitch. I've never even met you before. Like, what are we doing here? Like, let's just...
I do think that the dating landscape these days does look differently and that people do date over a longer... I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. There's not like a moral value judgment on it. But I do feel like people are wanting to date and get to know each other over a longer period of time.
Like Big Sean and Janae?
I don't fucking know. But he just said he didn't want to marry her, so I don't know.
That's what he said?
On live TV. That's embarrassing.
For 8 years.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't want to marry her?
He said there's a lot of work to do.
He said there's a lot of work to do.
After 8 years of dating.
And they have a baby.
And having a baby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He said they have a lot of work to do before they get to that place.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys don't think it's weird? Like if a guy approached you and said, hey, I just want you to know, like, I'm ready to be married to you. I just want to like,
that's weird.
like feel this out. Right. It's just, to me, it's just, why are you saying that in a sense? Like,
no, but I feel like why even say anything about it at all?
Yes, that's how I feel.
Including the Not in a Rush.
Yeah.
Like, don't even say anything about it at all. Because I feel like if you're just open, be open.
Yeah.
But
I think Not in a Rush insinuates that some women are in a rush for you. And I think, I don't necessarily have this belief system, but I think a lot of women feel like men get married because they decide they want to be married and then they find a woman.
It's like the right place, right time.
Right place, right time. I think a lot of women feel like that. So they're like, oh, are you in that stage yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's what everyone does in a sense.
Yeah.
Like they kind of decide they're ready. And then the next person who they latch onto, who it's a fit, they go like, all right, good enough.
So they want the guy who's like ready to latch on.
Right.
That's what they want.
Right, which is rational to say that. It's just,
for sure.
Why not wait until the 5th date? Right? Like, why say that at the dating profile? That's
what I feel like. I don't need to know. Like, I don't know.
Why are we talking about this already, right?
If you're a grown man and you're matching with a 37-year-old woman who says she wants kids, isn't the assumption that she's kind of in a rush if she doesn't have any kids?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be the assumption? Like, not that she's like, I'm going to marry the first guy I meet. Yeah. But you've got to assume that, like, her hope is to try within 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you would have to assume that.
I got a big ego. I would just assume she wants my kids.
Well, I think like men put Not in a Rush because they have this perception that women just want to be married or have kids. They don't care who it's with.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I would assume a 37-year-old is being pretty transparent about like,
that's true.
Hey, my clock's ticking.
I can't fuck around.
It's less weird than a 25-year-old.
That's true.
Because you're just like,
you don't know yourself.
You don't know yourself. You got all the time in the world. You like relax. Like just have some fun.
Do you guys see the long-term open to short? Is that like, that's what I put just because it's a hedge, right? Like it just covers all of it.
What do you mean?
Are you familiar with that?
No.
That's like one of the Tinder things. Like, what are you interested in? And it says like long-term or short term. Or basically short term is like fun.
I think mine says
short term sounds like you want to kill me.
Short term, yeah. I'm looking for a woman who's dying.
Mine had said something fuckboyish, like open, like let's have a drink and find out,
or
something.
Yeah.
That was something like
giving situationship.
Yes, agreed.
Short term is giving let's fuck tonight.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. No, yeah, I feel like there's also this piece though, and I think this is what women are trying to get out of is like I feel like it used to be the norm of like, oh, don't be too pushy.
Yes.
Like, just not have any needs.
Oh no, don't rush him.
And don't rush him. So I feel like also if that's what you want, like just to be holding your cards close to your chest and then 5th date, be like, by the way, this is something I really want.
No, not happen.
Oh no, first date. I'm letting you know.
Yeah. What are you saying that you're looking for?
Speaking to that mic.
Speaking to this mic.
Ooh. It's giving sex for.
I was like, it's giving sex for.
I'm just saying, like, I know I'm looking for love.
Yeah.
That's the.
That's actually perfect. That doesn't have a lot of strings attached to it.
I'm looking for love.
Agreed. Not
That's
crazy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I want to be in love.
You even said that though. You said I wasn't looking for marriage. I'm looking for a commitment.
Yeah.
Which to me just means like you want to grow the relationship.
I love
Yes.
that.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
I want
I'm
the
looking
real
for love.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm speaking that.
I don't know if I want kids.
You'll
with
find
you.
it.
You will.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect, actually.
It
like
is
that is
perfect.
like the thing to
I
say.
can't wait
It's
to
genuine.
genuine Nigerian
Mhm.
wedding.
Yeah. I want one. So
Oh, I can't wait. Bitch.
All right. This is the
Okay.
second one. Is my marriage done for? I was hurt by my wife's infidelity. I retaliated by sleeping with a cousin of hers. Someone who lived with my wife and I at one point. Didn't fully think of consequences, and boy, do I regret doing it. Is my marriage done for, or can it be salvaged if my wife?
Oh, baby, it's done for. Oh, baby, it's done for. My cousin, my auntie's daughter.
My auntie's daughter. What would you do? What would you do if you actually found in real life? You walk in, your man is bugged, and you see his ass just going
To the cousin.
to your cousin. You grew up with that
First
bitch.
cousin.
Your first cousin. Your auntie's daughter.
2024 me?
No, 2018.
Bitch, that's now. 2024
No,
is
I
now.
want to know 2018. You snatching
I'm
her
fighting.
up? Yeah.
Who you
Yeah,
fighting first?
both at the same time.
Dick out.
I'm fighting. I'm fighting. 2018 me.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
2024.
2024
You
me.
walk in and you see it.
Oh, baby, what? I'm a prize. I'm walking up out of there. You'll
Yeah.
never see me again.
Never.
Ever.
Never.
Ever. I might want before I leave,
Yeah.
Not
but just one time.
Yeah.
But
if you only get one lick back, who's getting it?
Him.
yeah, him,
Yeah.
not her.
No,
My-
God.
But also.
But her, that's my cousin though.
Yeah.
That's not a friend. That's a cousin.
Because bitch, you can get
Oh
it too.
no. Let me take that back.
She
'Cause that's
giving
my
her, like-
cousin
yeah.
because we're family and I'm gonna have to see you again.
You gotta whoop her ass.
I have
Wha-
to. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the
to
only
y'all.
way to save the relationship. It's the only way to have any hope
You
that
gotta
you
make
and
it
her
right.
could ever be cool
You're right
again.
about that. You're right about that. You're right
Yeah.
about that. You're right about that. Him, I'll never see him again. But her,
You
that's
gotta
my-
whoop her like twice.
And
on
I
site.
love all my cousins. Like they're my sisters.
You know that motherfucker is in bed every night laying next to his wife praying the cousin doesn't say something. And she probably won't.
Probably won't because she's a weak bitch.
Is my marriage done
'Cause-
for?
Yes.
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 What?
And you know what's funny?
That's a fun
Ferret.
question to
Okay, Ferret. Yes, your marriage is
This
done
was
for.
posted like 3 days ago, and I took a screenshot of it because
Baby,
I said, this
okay.
motherfucker is deleting this. And Gabe pulled it up today, and it was deleted. Because I'm
This
like,
is real.
yes,
Yes.
this
These
is
are real
real.
people.
These
Yeah.
are real people.
This was 20 hours ago. Look at it.
Real people. It was like 3 days ago.
From 3 years ago.
What's the word? Like, do any of you guys have anything that, like, maybe not that bad, but what's the worst that you've experienced like that?
I'm pretty sure my last boyfriend fucked my roommate. Like I'm almost positive. I'm 95.
What was your question again?
Roommate, get at us.
She's not. Yeah, she's a therapist. Shout out.
Duh.
Oh, she did it, by the way. White woman who, like, that trash.
No, she
I
did
gotta
it.
hit
She
the
did it.
vape.
He was celebrating me on my birthday, and she got wasted and was sad. I was like,
wow,
what
that's fucking
"Fuck is
horrible.
going on?"
And you noticed it? Like,
Yes. Yes. And I walked into the room, and they were both in the room, like
On your birthday?
yes.
Oh my God.
Shut the
I have a
fuck
confession.
up.
This happened to me 2022.
Did it?
I don't know if I should
You
talk
were
about
my
this 'cause
roommate?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
One of them lives here. I don't even know if I should talk about this shit.
You can.
Yeah, you should.
Just-
But
say
on
whatever
my
you want.
birthday,
Yeah.
my best friend at the time,
Let me see the hookah pin.
I cannot say this, y'all. I
Yeah,
cannot.
get it. Go ahead, guys.
I cannot. But basically, I passed out drunk on her couch, and he wasn't my boyfriend, but he was like my ex-boyfriend / best friend.
Don't matter.
This guy?
I'm not saying his from Chicago.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yes. Oh my God.
Let's just call him Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago.
yes.
Chicago.
I know exactly, who- and he's fine.
He on my birthday he went upstairs and
Yeah.
I cannot say this, y'all. I
Yeah.
cannot say this, but they didn't have intercourse, but they
did
had
enough.
something else, and
Fucked up.
it rocked my world. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm
Two of
so
my favorite people in the whole
sorry.
motherfucking world.
How'd you find out?
Did you interrupt it?
He was on shrooms the next day and had word vomit, and it slipped out. And I was like, whoa, rewind that. What'd you just say? And then he couldn't believe he said it. And then I was like, you got to spill the beans now because.
Oh, and then he was tripping. So, you know, he just.
He was
so
tweaking. Not even tripping, tweaking.
I bet he wasn't sure that it happened. It was so surreal, probably.
For both of them, yeah. So what's crazy is I just actually had a conversation with her 2 days ago after a year and a half of not speaking.
Wow.
How'd that go?
It went all right. She apologized, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she did the whole sobbing, I don't want to see him. And then this is the crazy ass part. She told me, don't break up with him.
That's how you know.
Don't break up with that rapist.
Yeah, don't break up with him.
What a fucking crazy bit. I hate
Don't cut him off for me. But you just...
That's what she said?
It's the crazy bitch playbook.
I mean, that's terrifying.
You shouldn't leave him because I fucked him. Bitch, what?
But yeah, I walked in on them whispering on my birthday. And then, of course, they were both like, we were talking about you. We were talking about... Because we had both got you the cake together. And in my head, I'm like...
What?
Did that, like, hit your stomach, like, just immediately?
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah. I was on D&D for 30 days.
Yeah.
Literally 30 days. I had my friends knocking on my door. I was out of there because that's very
betrayal,
hurtful.
bitch.
Yeah. And then she didn't want us to not live together. I was like, you're leaving or I'm leaving. There's no like...
Damn. But she was black, though.
Even worse. Bitch, even worse. You should know better.
Mm-hmm. You should know better.
You should know better.
You should know better.
You know what that kind of shit does. You know better. Just say you're a shitty friend and let's keep it moving. Just say I bragged about the dick one too many times and you just wanted to know. Just say it. What it really was is she actually wanted to eat my coochie and I wouldn't let her, so she fucked my nigga. That's what it really was.
You know when I woke up, I'm like, y'all could have just woke me up and we all could have had a party. But y'all left me on the couch sleep. We could have had a party on my birthday. You feel me?
But yes, your marriage is motherfucking done.
It's over with, sir. Ferret is over with.
Ferret, it's over with.
It's over with.
You fucked up, buddy.
Wow.
You fucked up, big guy.
So this is therapy.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
No, for real.
We always get into it. That's how it goes.
Oh my God.
All right, that's it for the Reddits. We just do a little warm up.
We need to get into it,
So
y'all.
I really need to get into this pop. So you were, first of all, okay, let me go back.
So
the whole reason you're here is because me and my man watched Pop the Balloon and laugh our ass off at how dumb the niggas are.
Yes.
Yeah, before. Just like laughing.
This is like kismet that you're here.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you popped up like on the, you were one of the episodes that had the clips for it. So then we watched the episode. Mm-hmm. And then you said you were Lash House, Minnesota. Mm-hmm. So then I went to your Instagram and I saw Rachel followed you. Oh. So then I wrote her and I was like, do you know her? And she was like, yeah, that's my girl. I was like, it's over. We on.
I was like, should I ask her if she wants to be on? I was like, yes.
Please.
Yes. I responded right away.
No, Maya was like, I would love to be on.
It was 7 a.m., baby.
It was.
You are the phenomenon I feel like that all the men on the internet talk about, which is like the beautiful woman who's great on paper, but just like as soon as they get in a room with them, they tear them the fuck down. And that's what I watched happen.
So that's my normal experience in life.
Is it?
So when I walked out there and I saw what was going on, I'm like, okay, we're doing this today.
Yes.
Okay.
So
you know what part you have to play?
Why did you decide to go on there, and what was like the process like to get on?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was a fan of the show before I decided to go on there. And then 2 things. I'm like, okay, like I really didn't like the way the women were behaving on there as far as like being argumentative with the men. Just the combativeness, like I just didn't like that. We gotta like be a lady. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, if it doesn't apply, let it fly.
Yeah, no, when you watch them, like, the men go low and then the women go lower, you're like...
Yeah, I hate that.
Sis, you lost it.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're eating these men up.
Oh, baby, they're
eating them up. But they look bothered, though.
But they look bothered.
Yeah.
They look bothered.
Yeah. And I think that's their indication that they have a lot more healing to do. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, well, how would I react if I was on there? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should, because I'm not on the dating apps like that. I don't feel like my partner is here in Minnesota, or maybe that's just like what I was thinking. I'm like, I want to expand my dating pool. So, you know, at the end it says, email this, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me just email, see how it goes. And they got back to me like a week later, and they called me, had like a phone interview, asked me like what my type is, what my preference, like height preference, age age range that I would date. And they gave me 2 dates, and they said, like, if you want to come out and pop the balloons, then you can come this date. But if you want to be in a lineup, come on this date.
Okay.
And
did you want to be in the lineup?
No, I did not.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't think it fits my personality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just.
You're like, I'm not going to stand up there with these other bitches. And
I'm
get
not,
judged.
and I'm a girl's girl. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to be around men because that's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
So they said, hey, this is the date, and then they just say, well, when you send your ticket confirmation, then you're solidified for the show. And I was a little late getting it to them because I was like going back and forth, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, am I going to do this? Like, I know it goes viral. I don't have Instagram. I didn't know how I was going to work with my business page. So I just, the last day, like Monday, and I had to be out there on Friday, or maybe Saturday. And I was like, hey, I'm coming. And they said, okay. So that was it. I just emailed. Yeah. And then actually, when they called me after they got my email, I was busy. I'm like, can you guys call me back? And they're like, wait, what? You want us to call you back? I'm like, yeah, I'm busy right now. You got to call me back. And they didn't call back that day. They called back like 3 days later. And I was happy they called back because I thought they forgot about me. But yeah.
So then you show up to the show, and are you able to see the men before?
Absolutely not.
So you have no idea what you're walking out to?
No.
And then you weren't the first woman to go on. Are you able to hear what the other men's responses are?
Absolutely not. We are kept totally separate. Like, they put all the
other women.
All of us together in one, like, room. Mm-hmm. And so I think they tell the guys to come at a later time, and then they like bring them in through a different door. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we don't get to hear anything that anyone else is saying. Like, when I go out there, like, I'm just.
Is it in the evening?
Yes, it's at night. I think we were done wrapping at like 11:30.
Wow.
So then you're there, you're sitting back with the other women, you're waiting. Mm-hmm. And then there's something interesting you said that I didn't know. There's an audience.
Yes.
I had no idea.
There's like 3 rows like of chairs. So it's not like a huge audience, but it's like
people
if you come with people like so like a lot of people came with like their entourage or like friends or family or like they filmed 2 episodes in a day. So like, do you guys remember the Ninja Turtle episode?
That was the same day?
Same day. So some of those people.
Wait, I don't know.
Sorry, the Ninja Turtle guy is the most viral guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was a petty motherfucker. And then the wildest part.
I want to say you're not qualified, queen. You know that? Queen. Yes.
You would have had to eat his ass up, bitch.
But that was a younger crowd.
That was a younger crowd.
That was like 20 to 30.
The Ninja Turtle guy, the most painful part of that episode is that he left with someone.
The baddest one.
The baddest one. And who had been dubbing men before that were better than him.
But guess what? They didn't leave the studio together.
They didn't.
It ended before they could even walk out the door.
What do you mean? Why?
I don't know. They must have got into it before they were even able to leave.
Why do you think she picked him?
He picked her. And it was,
no, because she could have popped her balloon.
This is my theory. My theory is that some women go on the show and they don't want to leave alone. They don't have any intention of staying with the man, getting with the man, but they want to be picked and desired on the show. They want their little spotlight moment. Because remember, the longer you stay in, the more questions you get.
Yes.
The more opportunities you have to have people look at you. And when I was watching this, I was thinking...
And they get to do a catch-up episode.
This is like the... you're like interviewing for like 2 million niggas DMs, basically. Like that's kind of what you're going up there and doing because they put your handle on there. And so it's like
you're asking for free.
However you want to be desired. If you think it's gonna make you more desirable to be picked, you'll do that. Whatever. I don't think most women go on there thinking that they're gonna match with the guy. Did you?
I did not.
Yeah.
And is the audience talking to people during? They just mute them? They're silent.
No. They're like the producer's like telling writers, shut the fuck up. The whole time. So everyone's silent. You know what I'm saying? The only time we get to talk is like in between breaks or them clapping if someone matches. But
what was your first thought when you walked out and saw them?
Gabe, will you pull up the first picture?
Yeah, sure. I was also going to say, and I know a lot of people know the show, most people do, but you might want to set up a little bit or explain a little bit what it is just for the premise.
Yeah, I can.
Pop the balloon?
Yeah, Pop the Balloon. So basically, it's called Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And the premise of the show is, we talked about it one time on the podcast, like a long time ago. But basically, the premise of the show is you go on there and you are in like a row. There she is on her episode. Pull up the picture with the 4 guys.
Baddie.
The one that's Pop the Balloon one. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm not playing.
Oh my God,
God, is this real? Is this real? Is this real?
Yes,
real.
I'm not playing. Okay, so
This is real.
I told you we're about to break it down. And
This is real.
I wrote down all the reasons they rejected
Because he
him.
was like not there. The guy in the purple, he was like non-existent. He was on another planet.
So basically, what it is
No,
is
he's
there's
weird.
like there's a group of guys who come, either group of guys or girls that show up to the show, right? They pick it ahead of time. They're standing in a row, and what is happening is that one person's going through at a time, and they're going and they are trying to match with somebody. If you say an answer or ask a question that they don't like,
Or if they see you
and they don't like you, they will pop the balloon.
For any
You
reason.
can hear it. You can literally hear like pop, pop.
They
pop.
have like these
you're-
little needles.
You're trying. It's like toothpicks. You're trying.
Oh, yeah.
toothpicks, yeah.
You're trying to. It's like you're trying to date. You're like it's like speed dating basically.
Mhm.
It's speed dating. You're going on there speed dating, and you can get rid of people, and people can get rid of you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
once you get rid of someone, or someone gets rid of you, you have to explain why you did so.
Mhm.
That's
In
probably
detail.
To their face?
Yes.
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 Right there. Like,
No, Gabe, you have to watch
No,
it.
Gabe. It's literally like
I will. I
So
So
love
she
this.
goes
I
like,
love
and
this.
why did you pop your balloon? And then they give their reason.
And if you go, I don't find them attractive. She goes, why?
And why don't you find them attractive?
Oh,
And
shit.
Yeah, and
Fucking
people will be
bitch.
like their face. I've
Their
seen
face.
shit like that. Their
No,
face.
the face
Whoa.
is nuts.
You're overbite. You're blah,
I
blah,
love
blah.
this show.
So it's
actually.
straight to the point.
What
What-
is an overbite?
Can you pop it at any time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anytime. When I walked
Oh
out, they
my
started
God.
popping. When I walked out.
But
No.
before she
Before I
opened
even
her
said my
mouth,
name,
they
Before
were
she
like,
opened her mouth.
and some men will just straight up say, like, there will be 7 men in a row who'll be like, you give a friend vibe. I'm not feeling you.
That. What's your name?
Mayowa.
Mayowa, how old are you?
I am 32.
32. Okay. And what do you do?
I am a business owner of 7 years. I'm a lash instructor. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what are some
Did it hurt your feelings?
Me?
The
Yeah.
popping.
Hell no.
Okay. Are you being serious or being tough?
I have
Oh
watched
no, it's not
women
about
be
being
frazzled.
tough. It's just about it's 7 guys out of millions of men in the world.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't
No,
have to
that's a
like
healthy
me.
view for sure. But
So,
yeah, yeah.
okay,
And
so
I know I'm fine.
And none of them are as fine as you, bitch. And none of the reasons were that she was like not their type.
they
or
literally
that,
all
like,
called me beautiful.
Wait, hold
Literally.
on, pause. So I put this as the first picture, and there's a second picture. So there's 8 men
Go to the
total.
second one.
Sometimes,
oh my god.
sometimes there is all women, and then a man comes out.
Yeah, so every other episode they change it. So
They
there's
alternate.
a group of women lined up, and the next episode there's a group of men.
The woman standing there feels like slavery.
The women?
Yeah,
And that's
I hate
exactly why I wasn't there.
Yeah, no.
What?
Why would you want to?
What?
Why would you want to be?
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why would you want to be picked versus doing the picking? That's
Who's-
like doing
wait.
the picking would be better.
Who is actually the finest one to you?
I'm not gonna say.
You have to.
Okay, no, she doesn't want to. Go back. Go.
Fucking bitch.
Can we go to the first one? Okay, so I want to go in order. So the first guy with what is it called? Eric. What does he have on?
Okay, I'm gonna say I automatically thought Eric was attractive because I'm automatically attracted to Nigerian men.
That makes sense. He's a
I love
Nigerian guy that was taller than you. Bam.
Bam.
I
Oh, you
date
don't
short
care
men.
short. Oh.
Guess what?
We
My
gotta get to
daughter's
that
dad is 5'6".
Okay, wait, we'll get to it.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to go through them in order. Okay, so Eric's the first one. Eric, so she comes out. She introduces herself. She says her little whoop whoop, 32. She says what she does. She looks like a bad bitch.
She's literally
She's
Naomi
out there
Campbell.
shining.
Oh my god!
I got a man.
That's what the internet said.
I got a man. I don't need to go on that show. I got a man. I don't care if she but be
Period.
We'd love to have you on the show though.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about the experience because you're bad too, but she's a black Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
So Eric, he's a 38-year-old man, which I'll give him. He looks young for 38.
He does.
He's a 38-year-old man, and he popped his balloon before she got to say much, and his
Crazy.
response was, he was the first person to pop. He said, he doesn't like your lashes.
He was not the first person to pop.
Who wasn't? Who was?
Who was?
Priest was.
Okay.
Priest was.
Priest, okay.
As soon as I said 32, pop. But guess what? They were all older than me, so that was crazy.
Yeah, they were.
Crazy.
So Eric popped. So Eric was the first one she talked to. Though.
Yes.
So then Eric said he doesn't like your lashes, and he said that your left lash looked like you were having a hard time keeping your eye open.
Which
I have
is
a lazy eye.
bitch.
I have a lazy eye.
He's an asshole.
He's an
Exactly. I have a lazy eye.
He's an asshole.
like, come on now.
He's an asshole.
Yes.
He's
No,
an
that's-
asshole.
Yes.
And I felt like he specifically picked your lashes because you said you were a lash tech.
Mhm.
That's just my opinion, but it really felt like he picked your lashes because you were a lash tech.
Mhm.
And then you guys had this weird bonding moment over being Nigerian, and then he was still a dick.
He choked when he was like, You're Nigerian? I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, bro, come on, man. Like I said, my name was Mayowa. I had
Are
a
you
necklace.
Yoruba?
Yes.
Is he
I had a
Yoruba?
necklace of Africa.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I was like,
You were there.
detailed.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're Nigerian,
Nigga, fuck you.
you know that.
Yeah.
You
You
could
know
tell.
that.
You didn't
could
know
tell.
that.
You know that.
You know this.
So I was very disappointed in him. He was like the most disappointment for me because I'm just like, damn, like your mama's gonna be upset with you.
So should we talk about his matching now or later? Let's just talk about it now. So, Gabe, will you pull up the picture of where it says it's a match?
Is this the right guy, right?
Yeah.
Or the one I got there? Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right.
So Eric ends up matching with this girl, Jocelynn, at the end.
okay.
And what I will say, this is just my opinion as a light-skinned woman, I felt like all the light-skinned women who came out were not as pretty as you. And I felt
Agreed.
like I couldn't tell if it was probably a combination. It was a combination of colorism and the bar being lower because they were light-skinned.
I agree.
But because they were less attractive than you, they felt comfortable.
Yes.
I agree.
I felt like it was the combo of the two. But you were clearly the prettiest
High
woman
five.
there.
I agree.
And it really pissed me off.
I agree.
Like I
agree.
it pissed me off.
I agree.
Like it was like
I agree.
night and day.
I
like,
100% agree. Oh, baby, it upset the internet.
yes.
It upset the internet.
People were calling it out.
Were they?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It was upsetting.
Yes.
I was
You're
upset.
clearly the baddest
Yes.
I
I'm
was
not even the
upset.
baddest one because I love women. I'm a girl's girl.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, I'm just
But-
saying, like, it's a shallow show
Yes.
where we pick off looks. I'm not
Yes.
saying you're more valuable than
Yes.
the other
Yes,
women.
yes, yes,
But if you
yes,
put your
yes,
face on a
yes.
card,
Yes.
you had you had one of the top faces.
Thank
not that
you.
the other
Bitch, it
women
was
were
the
ugly
total
by
package.
any means, but I was
Yes.
just like
Yes,
the bars in hell for light skinned women.
yes.
The bars in hell.
Baby, it moves. The line moves.
It does. It
because
does.
what?
Niggas was talking about your right. Niggas was talking about your height, but then with other bitches was talking about how they was gonna get
And
lifts in their
they
feet.
didn't even flinch. They weren't even offended. I got whole lectures.
You got
I got lectures about height. When I specifically said height doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But if you want me to choose one thing.
Yeah.
You're short, nigga.
And I'm trying to be nice because it's really that you're ugly, but I don't want to say you're ugly on screen. I'm trying to be nice, and y'all
I'm trying
are
to be nice.
gutting me.
Come on, man.
Gutting me. So anyway, Eric ends up matching with this girl, Jocelynn, by the end. And I also think the later you go in the episode, the less choosy everybody is. I think
Yes.
the earlier you go in the episode, the more people are like, what's
I
next?
can
What's
wait.
next?
Yeah.
So he ends up going with her. They go on a date to B-dubs after.
And then she came to the club with us after.
And then she went to the club
Without him.
So wasn't that great?
Was she choosing?
Without him.
And
I
then,
don't even know.
and then
I don't even pay attention.
And then they went on like one more date where he came to her city because of work or something. And then they went to Greece. He flew her out to Greece, supposedly. And the reason he said he flew her out to Greece is because she was so humble on all the other dates. He thought she deserved it because she was okay with B-dubs. That's what he was saying on his catch-up little episode. So he was saying he thought she deserved it, all this stuff. So you see there's an interview with Jocelynn, the host, and him talking about, hey, what's happened since you picked each other? So this is where they're talking about it. Jocelynn looks aggravated the whole interview.
The whole
Like, she
time, not
don't wanna be
smiling,
there.
barely wanting to give information, or like trying to pull it out. I'm like, girl, this is cringy as fuck.
She didn't want to be there.
She didn't want to be there.
She should have just said no.
And she was embarrassed about her behavior.
Yes.
Ooh.
She was embarrassed about her behavior.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, not him trying to take the bun out to let us know. It's too
Maybe
late.
because he looked good as hell.
He
right
looked
there.
good.
He looks way better.
He looks so much better.
He looks fine as
I
fuck
look
here.
Fine as hell. I said, damn.
I had to go back to the original picture to like, is this him? Like,
That's what I thought.
I have a confession. I have a confession.
Tell us.
I have a confession.
Go ahead.
Tell us.
When I applied for the show, I said, please let Eric be there.
Because he'd been in other episodes. Damn. So you were looking forward to him and he played you.
He played me.
Damn, Eric.
He's so good looking too.
He's fine.
He's fine as
No, he's fine.
Like
as
he's
hell.
so much better looking like this.
He
It's
looks
crazy.
way better like that.
Can we do that?
It's not even
We
close.
need to get that in slow mo, bitch.
That right there.
So, but I will say, in this interview, he showed us crazy. I'm not saying everybody doesn't have their crazy, but he showed us crazy because they were talking about, so it ends up happening, they go out to Greece, they hit it off at the beginning of the trip, and then somewhere, what they're alluding to and talking around is basically that she wasn't trying to fuck during the trip.
Yes, that's
And
exactly
so,
what they were saying.
Because she wasn't trying to fuck during the trip, he kind of got a little bit standoffish.
Yes.
And he did the whole, I don't want to sleep in bed with you then.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said I needed a break.
Yeah.
But my thing is, girl, you going on a 7-day trip in Greece? I'm fucking, bitch. I'm fucking.
What I say to Eric is,
I want to fuck.
I want to fuck.
You didn't make it clear that, I just think it's odd that you came to her city ahead of time and y'all also didn't fuck. So maybe he thought this was what Eric's behavior is giving pick me. Like my nigga was like, he's the simp nigga, and he's salty about it. Like he's giving pick
behind
me.
closed doors.
Yeah, behind closed doors, because you can't tell me that you just brought this girl on this trip because you thought she deserved it. No, you were like, I'm gonna flex.
Yeah.
And it's gonna win her over, and it didn't. So, anyways, they ended up getting into it on the trip.
You're not cool.
And left his ass in Greece, girl.
And she left his ass. She booked a flight and left his ass. And she basically asked him to help her get to the airport. He said no.
And guess what? He had to fly back there to get the rest of his things.
Yeah, so he ended up flying back to her house to pick up his stuff.
He said no, he wouldn't help her get to the airport.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. So this is how his crazy came out. So as they're in the interview,
vindictive,
he goes, I take notes, and he starts bringing up dates for the things she did wrong in details and written down things like they would get it. It gave, because he was the guy who said, I need space when I'm mad.
He said, I need 24 hours.
Yeah.
Specifically.
So what it was giving from the interview that, like, when he gets in an argument, he goes and like stews and writes down every little detail of everything that you did wrong to bring it to you the next time to prove it.
Oh, I just got a stomach ache.
It was bad.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out.
Oh, run.
But hey, she doesn't have lashes, so shout out to her.
Right.
Not heavy ones, and make sure the left one is not heavy.
Right. Blinks and lash, bitch. Blinks and dollar bills.
Oh my God.
What are you gonna say, Gabe?
Is there anything less attractive to women? This is a serious question, but I laugh every time I hear about this. But a guy who pouts over not getting pussy.
No, it's so unattractive.
Like, that's got to be the worst.
No,
right?
like my pussy goes like.
Right.
And it dries up.
Like, do they ever get it? Like, why do they do it? Yeah.
I'm not blaming her. But what I will say is, I personally am never going out the country with a nigga I don't want to have sex with. It's never happening.
Yes.
Never.
I'm not sharing a hotel room with a man that wants to have sex with me and I don't want to have sex with him.
Say it again for the people in the back, bro.
I'm not doing it. She risked her safety. I'm not saying Eric's creepy, but you left the country with a man and
for
then
a 7-day trip.
7-day trip and planned to reject him and didn't feel comfortable enough to sleep with him. Like, you shouldn't have went on a trip with someone.
A man who didn't even respect you enough to get you a fucking Uber. He wanted to, like, he was willing for you to just stay there if you couldn't get to the airport. Just trap you there.
But also, she was petty because she left 1 day early.
And he's like, you can't go get no Airbnb. You can't go cool off. Yeah. Like, what if a man left a woman in another country? That would be insane.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. And she picked the trip. He goes, you can pick any country in Europe. So she picked the trip.
To use him.
I feel like she didn't. Yes, 100%. She wasn't feeling him.
She didn't like him.
She was like, I'm gonna still get a trip out of this.
Because baby,
which is dumb as fuck because you're ruining your own time.
Listen, the footage that they showed did not match the energy. Did you remember the footage they showed? They were swimming, they were dancing, salsing, girl, all types of shit. It looked like they was in love a couple for years, and to see this was like.
And then the weirdest part was Eric still wanted to continue trying. Like, he was like,
I can't believe this. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
He was like, I just don't understand why she feels like we can't work through this.
He's never had a bad bitch.
He's a pick me.
He's never had a bad bitch.
Where's a bad bitch?
Yeah, where?
But I'm saying he's never had a pretty girl.
Where is she?
Pretty
that's what I'm
more
saying.
Appropriate.
Yeah,
but I think that's a lie because.
She's got to be in the caliber of other women.
I absolutely agree with that.
A confident woman, maybe. Has never been a confident woman.
Okay, correct. I like that.
No,
but I don't think she's.
What she said too is she said after the words that were exchanged, she felt like they couldn't recover. And after the comment he said to you about your lashes, another Nigerian person in the community, I can only imagine what the shit he said when he was mad. He said some crazy shit and tried to take it back. And I know he did. Yeah, I know he said some crazy shit. Like, some I don't know what, but some wild shit.
Yeah.
He went off.
All right, let's go back to the original picture, please. The second guy was Priest. And he said, I quote, you pull up to him, he said, I ain't got enough money to afford you.
Ain't got enough money to afford you. Woo.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I go broke. And I'll have to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Boy, I need 4-5 jobs to make you happy. Boy, you got some pretty toes, too? Yeah, nah.
It pissed me off because I felt like he was using you to do a bit. Like, I feel like he was trying to get, like, spotlight and be funny
And get a clip off of it.
And get a clip off of it. Like, I felt like he was trying to get a clip.
What'd you think?
What'd you think when you were up there?
So after we were done rapping with everyone,
Yeah.
he walked up to me.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, 2 things. The producers told me to say that. And secondly, my uncle told me to say things to make me go viral.
That's why he mentioned the Houston White thing?
Mm-hmm.
What Houston White thing are you talking about?
No, Charleston White.
Charleston White, that's what I meant.
He said that's his uncle or
Yes,
something.
that's what I meant.
And I don't even know who that is. He's like, my uncle told me to go out there and say something crazy, and production told me to do it.
Charleston White is
love
that
Charleston.
black. Yeah, he's that black. He's not even a comedian. He's like
is he?
Gabe, what is
He's
he?
funny like a comedian, though. He's like
He's an activist,
He's like
actually.
a pundit almost now. Like, he goes on a whole bunch of podcasts, and he really what he does is he takes down a lot of the black community, like the shallow aspects of it, like
He believes in
the
black
rappers and shit like that. Yeah,
Wow.
like he blames black people for having problems with the police.
Yeah.
Kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
But
my God.
He's on like Vlad TV.
But I gotta
and, like,
say,
shit
the
like
way
that.
he does it is actually funny. It's
He is-
hard to explain.
It
Okay,
is.
I understand.
He's entertaining.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he said his uncle told him to do that, and then production told him to like say something crazy to me.
And now I know Priest is a comedian because I'm like, no fucking good comedian looks like that. Like, that's like an interesting, like, pretty guy. You know what I mean? Like, real.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
an audience would reject him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he would be working against himself because he looks like he's too full of
You
himself
Yes.
for me to lean
Yes.
into
He
it.
takes himself.
Exactly.
He looks like he takes himself
Okay,
too
And then for you to
seriously.
say I'm too
You got
expensive
it,
with
yep.
your Prada jeans on. He had Prada jeans on. Did you recognize that?
No.
With his
Yeah.
3 chains on?
I just couldn't get over the Yeezy looking sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Oh, really? And I loved it. I loved the whole style.
Did you?
I said it. I love
No,
your
she
style.
did.
You did.
Style.
That was your thing that you wanted. Good, well dressed.
Did I not?
Oh, baby, I love a well-dressed man.
I did
baby.
not say that.
I love a well-dressed man.
Will
Show
you not?
me.
And you'll dress a man, will you not?
I will.
So basically, what you're saying is he pulled some bullshit on the show, but he's actually a decent human, and I pulled you aside
absolutely
afterwards.
agree. Because to this
Yeah.
day, even today, he apologized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a decent human being, and I wish he didn't do that. I think he's starting to regret.
Yeah.
I think he's starting to regret how he behaved on there because it didn't
didn't
work
pan out
out
the
the way he
It
wanted
didn't
it
land.
to.
You're
It
not
didn't
on
land.
stage.
You're not on stage.
You just kind of came across as a douchebag.
Like a hater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hating on a
But
beautiful
he's
woman.
he's so cool, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm mad that he even did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I would have dated him.
Yeah.
But you embarrassed me on TV. You tried to embarrass me, even though it
And like the joke that he gave was like the whole like, oh, you too big for me, you too rich for me. I'm like, you right. I can't do it. You right. I'm not, because that feels like a gaslight. Like you're trying to lower me, and I don't like that.
It just clicked for me that I wonder if he felt less bad about trying to make a joke out of you because of how like great and like stunning you were too. Like I feel like men like that
Yes.
almost they feel less guilty
Yeah.
when it's like a woman that's out of their league.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which was annoying because it's like I'm putting myself out here. I'm being the vulnerable
exactly.
one. I'm being vulnerable.
And you're being so kind.
I was.
You were so
But
gracious.
I am kind.
Yeah.
I am.
You are, bitch, but you be having those thoughts.
I do.
Everyone does.
Everyone does.
We all do.
That's the thing. Sometimes I be having to tell people, they're like, well, doesn't everyone feel like this? I'm like, yeah, and everyone else shuts the fuck up about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a filter is everything.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And mind you, I was up there. I have parents.
Yeah.
They're gonna see this. I have a daughter. I have clients. I have mentees. I cannot act a way
Yeah.
that's going to reflect badly on them.
And it's a DMs interview. You gotta make it clear to everybody, like, listen, I'm classy.
The DMs be DMing.
I'm classy.
What's the best DM you've gotten so far? What's the best offer?
Honestly,
What's the best major sports league the person's come from?
I'd
NBA.
say overseas basketball.
Overseas, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, NBA, stand up.
I mean, there's been, so there's like, do you guys know the show The Queen's Court on Peacock with, it was like, what is Evelyn Lozada,
I don't know.
Nivea.
You're funny as fuck.
Do you know that show?
Yeah.
So one of the guys on there reached out.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
I mean, it was cool, but I just also feel like a lot of people are like love bombing me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just not really real. And it's just
Like just acting infatuated with you immediately. And you're like, okay, this is a game. I said this off camera, but I truly believe it. The women who leave without allowing themselves to being picked or picked anybody, it feels like, ooh, she's hard to get.
Yeah.
They want it.
Yeah, they want it.
I'm going to conquer this. Nobody else could, but I will. So number 3 was Reginald, the regional reverend.
Oh my God! Not the regional reverend, bitch. He a local
and
reverend.
I quoted this nigga because fuck you. He said, I can see through your shirt. And then you responded and did your thing to clarify that you're a classy ass bitch. And then he said, I don't wear this cross for just any reason. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, the fuck you do. Actually, wear it so you can shit on other people and feel like it's godly.
Woo! Because you picked a bird. Never mind.
Because guess what? The girl before me, the girl with the short black skirt, with the same kind of top as me,
liked her,
loved her,
giving colorist.
I just also thought it was weird. You were like the only woman on that episode that nobody trusted your intentions. All the other women got the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
I didn't even think about
Listen,
that.
when I was up there, I'm like, this isn't real life. But I'm like, it is real life.
You literally said
it is. It's your real life experience. Because that's how men treat you, I'm sure.
That's how men treat me in general.
You were like, are they not twisting my words?
I'm single because men think like that, by the way. I'm single because men think like that. They have a this is why I don't have social media. Because I had to get rid of it because I'm like, people are like judging me from this. People are like not really getting to know me. But I'm also not a girl that like shakes my ass on the internet. I don't dress half naked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think just because of what my face looks like or whatever the fuck it is, they just judge me and
Can I ask, did you get to show your personality for real? Like, you know, early on in the show,
I didn't speak a word.
Really?
She didn't get to before they started.
Wow. Because, you know, I just had a premise there. I'm like, because, you know, you have a big personality and you're a beautiful woman. So it's like, that's intimidating to fuck boys.
Her personality was tiny on the show.
No, it was this.
You seemed meek. She seemed meek. I didn't know I was getting this. No. She seemed meek.
Everybody says, but I purposely did, not even just to hide who I am, but I just wanted to just be a blank canvas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Although, like, I don't think my personality is bad, but
No, I'm not saying that at all.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I just wanted to just be a blank canvas. I didn't wear any jewelry. Yeah. I wore like my outfit altogether was less than $100. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Specifically because I didn't want anyone to judge me for anything.
But they already did it. It was too late.
Were they all shorter than you?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Damn.
We'll get to that though too. But yeah, he says I don't just wear this cross for any reason, but then wasn't hard on anybody else, I felt like. Reginald, at all. So that was interesting. And I just felt like he couldn't wait to tear you the fuck down. And
I absolutely agree.
Your outfit was completely appropriate.
And I read him because, baby, you're dressing all black.
Right.
Where's the effort?
You did nothing.
And then what did he do? Put
his jacket on.
Put that
jacket right back on. Come on now.
Then Demetrius, 36, tried to tell her, I don't feel the physical connection. You're not attracted to me.
You look like a popsicle.
So did you guys peep it? When I walked out, he looked immediately the other way. You need to replay it.
I will.
I missed that.
As soon as I walked out, he said, and then looked back at me, or not even look back, he just looked straight. Yeah. But then when you look at all the women, he was not present. He was not there. His body was there. Yeah. His energy, his mind was not there.
No, he didn't match with anyone.
He came like he was dressed going to work.
Yeah, he did.
You're going to work.
It's choking himself with the button up here,
What do they tell you how to dress like? What do they say?
Yeah. They tell you, come dress to impress like it's a first date.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
First date.
Not all men dress like it was a first date.
Oh, none of them do.
No. Yeah.
None of them do. Maybe a few of them.
This shit was terrible.
Can I give the tea about the Reginald?
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Baby, because the girl he matched with?
Yes.
They talk for
another medium light skin.
The child writing book.
Sorry. Yes. As a someone who benefits from colorism, I just always feel like I got to call it out when I see it, and it's just the truth. I'm sorry,
but
that's what I'm talking about. You see, they didn't have no catch-up episode.
They didn't have anything
because after 6 days, he blocked her because he felt like he didn't want her to talk to other guys within 6 days. Within 6 days. Okay, like he was just giving her ultimatums after ultimatum. You know what I'm saying? No. And she was like, "What? We live in two different states. I don't even know you. You're a stranger."
He was giving "I'm the prize" energy, which is very feminine,
which is a lie. So I guess he called the producer and basically tried to make her out to be a bad guy, girl.
Because why?
The communicator, the one that said he's a great communicator.
Yeah,
Reginald.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, not a great communicator.
The one who was all about God.
All about so godly.
He don't wear the cross for anything.
He wears it to be an asshole. He wears it to be a dick.
Oh God. Yeah.
How do you know that?
Baby, because I said, sis, where's your catch-up episode?
Period.
Please.
I've been waiting to see this nigga. Where is he at?
Where is it at, bitch?
I felt like when I watched people walk out there, I was like, these men just, it feels like you're in Hinge, but in person.
Mm-hmm.
They're all mid.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something just a little bit off about them.
Yes.
And they're always defensive and skeptical. Like I got that a lot on like Hinge and stuff. And I feel
Same.
like there's all this skepticism about my intentions and what I'm doing and how I'm moving and why I'm here and what I want from them. And I'm like, you think I'm a witch or something? Like, you know, right? Like, if you just decide you don't want this, you can back out. Like, I'm not going to cast a spell on you if we meet in person. I mean, that spell, but you know what I'm saying? But
snap for that.
Put it on him, bitch. Got that gap effect for real.
all right, the next one, the second picture with the guys, the first one was Ernesto. And that was the one that said that you seemed like you had too much going on.
Girl, and don't even know I'll be at home, homeschooling my baby.
Why did he say that?
Be at home all day, every day? Because, like I said, they heard what they wanted to hear.
Yes.
They
heard what they wanted to hear.
Who drew his beard and his head or hair on?
He did, because he a barber, he said.
With that
He said he
Mexican-ass
did it.
haircut.
Yeah.
And it's a
graffiti.
toupee. It's a toupee. And it looks worse in person.
I believe it.
I wish if I knew it looked okay,
Yeah.
kind of,
You could have dealt.
I would have said I wouldn't have said nothing, but in person, it was like so
Very.
much for me to like take a stomp
Bitch, not a stone.
and take a deep breath before I said it. And I'm like, it's the hair, bro. Like, you see, I didn't say nothing physical about anyone else.
No.
But his hair, I would never be able to date you.
And the host is pushing it. The host is
She
pushing
is.
you to tell more. Like, the whole thing is they want you to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
That's
You said
very
it to
clear.
his face?
Yes.
You have to.
Oh my God.
That's
No,
not
they make
even
you.
worse
No,
than
first
the
of
other
all,
shit.
I didn't say toupee. She said, what don't you like about him? I said his hair. And that's it.
So then the second she gave
He shouldn't feel bad then because it's not his hair.
the second
It's not.
the second she gave it that negative comment, Mike popped his. And I just thought that was interesting because his response was that he has similar hair to Ernesto. And no, he doesn't. What was that about?
He thought that he
Mike
had the
was
same
taller than
Caesar
you,
as him.
too.
Like, what?
Mike is not a confident man enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him because he's engaged now with his match.
I saw that.
He's engaged, baby. He engaged on the catch-up episode, okay?
Yeah.
But
He proposed.
he proposed after a month and a half of girl proposed.
Mike has been dating someone for a month and a half and proposed to
He
them.
proposed to the lady on the catch-up episode, baby. He was sweating bullets.
Mike,
Congratulations, though.
Congrats. Mike is one of the guys who I remember his kids. He had like 2 kids, and that like one
Who
was
are old
like
as fuck.
12 and one was like 19 or
Yes.
14 or something. Would you have cared at all about that? Like him having
I
older
would prefer
kids?
to date a man with kids.
Yeah. Why?
Because I'm not sure if I want to have any more,
okay.
and I prefer to know. I want to see what type of dad you are.
Yeah. Valid.
With your own kids, and that's just where I'm at. You know.
Also takes the pressure off of you to have any more.
Absolutely.
If you both have your own.
And I'm
bitch, the body's
I'm not
key.
in the season to be popping out no babies. Like
You got about 8 more years to change your mind, though.
afraid of having kids. Like
Why?
because black women be dying.
We do. We do be dying.
And that was just a whole lot for me to recover. It took me like maybe 3 years to recover to really
Physically?
not even physically, but just mentally getting
Yeah.
back into me, getting back to knowing me,
Yeah.
getting back to having fun. And I breastfed for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like, what?
That's your baby.
That's my baby.
So you were set your ass down for 3 years then, because the pregnancy and then the 2 years after. Basically.
Yeah, so I started coming back outside in 2020.
Yeah.
And I had her in 2017.
Damn. Yeah.
So have kids. Please have all the kids.
Also, it's starting over for you too, because
Absolutely. And my daughter's 7. What?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm out that stage.
No, seriously, when she's 10, baby, I'm out the country all the time.
Yeah.
I'm out here, baby.
Seriously.
So Mike popped his because apparently you were talking about him too, and it was like really. I also was confused because Mike had a hat on, so I don't know why.
No,
you thought
baby,
you were talking about
what
his
I
hair.
say, you're shaved on the side.
Yes.
He is not.
Yeah.
That shit is crooked too.
It was worse in person, y'all. And I'm happy y'all don't see what y'all didn't. Y'all.
It looked like it was lifting. It was lifting.
No, it just looked like a bunch of shaved
hair on his
God,
head.
I can't say this. I don't want to be mean.
Yeah.
Pubes.
But a bunch of pubes all together smashed down. It was not great looking.
That's unfortunate for him.
It was not great looking.
You know, really you can go get your hair done.
You can literally go to a barber.
He's a barber.
Be bald.
He's a barber.
He can't pull off bald.
He cannot. I agree with that.
Okay, tell us about...
Wait, hold on, go back. So then, when I forgot to say this, when you were talking to Demetrius, which was purple shirt, you were pulled to say something about him, and what you chose to say was his height, and that made the short guys short fry. Like they were literally like short circuiting. Like I felt like Brian wanted to punch you and jump off a cliff at the same time.
Absolutely, because guess what? That's the energy I felt.
Yes,
I was like, this is a lot of hostile energy.
So that was picture 2. Brian's in the blue shirt. He's the oldest at 40 and the least mature.
Least mature. Did you see they brought him back?
And this is what this man said.
Own episode.
He popped his balloon and blue shirt said, I don't think love has to do with a man's height or a woman's weight. And then you go, you go like, oh no, I don't care about height. And then he doesn't believe you. He starts attacking you. And then you go, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, which I was so glad you said that because that's exactly how you're acting.
Exactly how. What the fuck?
And he was like, you didn't.
And I did. I did.
So just for the record, do you like short men?
I absolutely love short kings.
Loves them. Can confirm.
Literally.
With that little short ass dick.
No, the dick don't be short, baby.
No,
we the same type when we laying down.
The dick is never short.
I love short men. Like their approach to me, their confidence is just out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come climb these branches, baby.
Like I said, my daughter's dad, baby.
He's what?
He's 5'6".
Wow.
So you're not even capping.
You're in awe, you said?
I'm in awe. Yeah. Like, I mean, I've just never heard a woman say that at all. It's great. Yeah, I think it's breath of fresh air.
There was another girl on the show, like a couple episodes. She was like, I love short kings, and she was a tall lady too. But like, I like short men and tall men. But
if I'm being honest, when I was watching the episode, I was like, she capping. Not because of anything you did. Just because I think a lot of women are lying when they say they wouldn't care.
I love short men.
Yeah. It had nothing to do with you. It's literally
I got pregnant by one.
I did.
No, that sealed the deal for me. Signed, sealed, delivered. When you said you got pregnant by one.
I want to say other things, but I don't want to get that nigga no clout.
Do it.
Definitely not.
Brian or someone else?
No, somebody
baby daddy.
else. No.
Oh.
But I love short men.
Yeah.
I like tall men too. I like all men. I like all men that are confident. We'll just say that.
Love confidence. Big dick energy. Bring that shit.
With no short man,
and then the last one was James Gourmet Pies. And he was on there to promote.
Do we got to talk about him?
We don't got to talk about him. But the one thing I want to say about him that really irritated me is I felt like he was pissy about the fact that he thought you didn't like short men. Mm-hmm. And then when you kind of tried to be like, so you're bothered, basically, he was like, no I don't like tall women.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say you don't like tall women? Because don't try to turn this around on me, child.
Because I didn't say that.
Come on now.
You literally walked away.
If we were dancing in the club, you would feel weird. Why are you talking about this right now?
Why are you talking about this right now?
Why are you talking about this right now?
Nigga, I'm not dancing on you in the fucking club with your weird fucking ass.
So are you glad he went on the show?
I'm absolutely happy I went on the show because
why?
She said why?
Calling Sharita and Michelle mobile.
You and Sharita are cool. And that wasn't
No, literally.
Oh my God. My friend just replied to my story about the clip of Arlette. She said, why is she side-eyeing you like that?
Period. So you're glad you went on the show?
I'm glad I went on the show because it definitely did what it was supposed to do.
Which was?
Expand my dating pool.
Yes. So other men saw your value and weren't intimidated.
Oh, no. And also, like, I have a hard time being vulnerable. Mm-hmm. I learned that in therapy last year. And she said, if you want meaningful connections, you got to be vulnerable. Like, I got to be vulnerable?
How long have you been in therapy?
A year.
Why did you go?
A bad relationship.
Fair. That's what got me in therapy.
That's what got me in a bad too, bitch.
A fucked up poly relationship. And
I want to have you back. to talk just other shit.
Yeah.
Can I ask you this? Would you ever do a poly relationship again? Was that your first?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I
Really?
grew up around it.
Really?
I had always been poly, but I honestly,
What do you mean you grew up around it?
my daddy.
Okay.
Daddy was a dog.
My daddy, he wasn't even a dog because they all knew. They all
They signed up to be in.
and not even a poly relationship, but my dad wasn't necessarily all being like a throuple or for whatever it is, but they all played their part. You know what I'm saying?
He had multiple families.
And he didn't have multiple. I mean, you could say
Not even in like a shady way, but just in the way of like he made it work with the blended family thing of moving between different people in relationships.
I would say but separately, but at the same time.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
But I also, monogamy is not really natural to me. Okay, personally.
Okay.
I guess I know other people think that way, but for me, it's just not natural for me. And my love is freedom. Right?
I love that for you.
And I want people to be free to explore, but just be emotionally monogamous to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
And just be, and just, you know what I'm saying? Love me emotionally. Like the physical part, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I loved my poly relationships. I've been in 2.
Okay. Were both of them like male 2 women?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would never have 2 men. What?
Why?
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of dick.
That's a lot of damage on my pussy. I don't. I love, and I feel like my poly relationships kind of challenge me. They grow me. They expand my love.
Do you feel jealous in your poly relationships?
Jealousy is natural.
I know it is. That's why I'm curious.
Yeah,
about
Okay,
something
bitch,
you
look
guys
at you. She
talk
said
about.
jealousy is
It's
natural.
No, it is. That's why I'm like, that's something you guys openly talk about.
Absolutely. You have to
Yeah.
talk about it to
Yeah.
get over it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
jealousy is natural. So obviously, yeah, but like what's the bigger goal? You know what I'm saying? So
Do you find that men are receptive to that type of honesty?
no.
Yeah.
And so I don't say it right away when I'm dating people. I do meet men and I feel like they're poly and don't know it and they're just used to dogging bitches or they're used to lying. And I'm like, you know, you poly and you just can't recognize that about yourself.
Why do you think they're not willing to?
Because I mean, society.
Yeah. Yeah.
Society.
Isn't it odd that in a lot of cultures it's more societally acceptable to cheat
Exactly.
than it is to be openly in multiple relationships?
Exactly.
It's you're seen as like a stronger man if you're cheating than if you're in multiple relationships.
Exactly. And it's sick and it's sad.
I think some of it, I don't know if this would apply in like a poly man to woman relationship, but I think in terms of the cheating, a lot of men don't want to do the open relationship because they can't stomach their partner exploring.
And then
You've got it.
They are not willing to put in the emotional work that it takes.
I'm hitting Rachel because she's had men like not just one, multiple men be kind of pitching this like, can we bring someone else into the circle? What does this look like? But they are only interested in doing the sexual piece, not the emotional connecting that it takes, the work it takes to create the safety to do that. They don't want to do that. They just want to fuck.
Yeah.
And Rachel's like, fucking
well,
is
those
like
are people that are in the
fucking
lifestyle.
you is this much.
So
fucking is this much. The rest is like us kikiing about it, connecting, talking about it, laying in bed, discussing it. It's the pillow talk.
It's the entire experience. I want all of it.
It's you guys dating other people together.
Yes.
It's like I want to talk about how we thought the date went and all the things.
Exactly.
Like, you know.
So I think those guys that just want to fuck, they're just like in the lifestyle and not really like
about it.
You know what I'm saying? And so
they're into non-monogamy, but not polyamory.
Yes. Or what is it? What do they say? Ethically non-monogamous?
Yes.
That's a thing.
Yes.
I've heard that.
I love that on the dating apps, as if anyone's going to put,
No, literally,
I'm an unethical.
Guys put that on their thing now.
Yeah, they do.
What is
they're
it?
a hero.
ENM? ENM. Yeah, there you
Because
go.
they're a hero because they're telling you they want to fuck other people.
Yeah.
Because 2 years ago, before they got their little bullshit therapist that they have, they used to just lie to women. So now they feel like a hero because they're like, well, I'm ethically non-monogamous. Are you ethical? Do you make that other person feel seen and important?
Exactly.
Are you engaging appropriately in sexual situations that's safe or keeping all your partners safe?
Are you being honest?
Like, are you being honest? Like, are you really ethical? Or are you just told every girl you're fucking, you won't commit to her and you're fucking other people? That's not ethical. That's not the same. And on that note, we gotta
Read
go.
that, bitch. Because
Yeah.
you gotta go out.
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick. I do have just queued up some of the episode with her on it.
Okay.
Like if you want to show it, and I have it obscured so that I think we can get away with it. If you want to try it, just real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say because like by the way, I didn't know this was
Mayowa.
By the way, you look fucking great.
Right?
I didn't think that was
Bitch,
didn't
fabulous.
know it was you. You look fantastic. Yeah.
It's the hair.
Yeah. Fantastic. Like literal
Bitch, you
Black
look
Barbie.
So, literal Black Barbie energy all the time.
Oh, my daughter would love this shit.
Can I tell you guys?
Literally,
The day this episode came out, the Black Barbie documentary came out on Netflix.
Hilarious.
Is that not crazy?
That is crazy. Also, I just want to say with Ernesto with the toupee, it totally makes sense because when I was watching this, I was like, why didn't he get a lineup? But it's because he can't.
Because the toupee.
Because he puts it on. Because I was like, the problem with his hair is it's not lined up. That's what I was thinking.
I look so irritated. Look at me. I'm like,
Look at your
you're
face.
trying my
hardest.
top lip.
You're
The little
aggravated.
stomp. Do you see the little stomp? She went.
No, you were aggravated. There was several.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, my nigga.
There were several stills
I'm
of
sorry.
you just looking around.
Because I'm just like, is this real life? I have to
The
do it.
hands were like, what
Wow,
are y'all?
that guy doesn't look at you at all. You're right.
Yo, look at him.
On every woman.
I didn't even peep that.
I didn't either.
I didn't even peep
he's
that.
so average looking.
Yo, this man wanted you.
Which one?
The little blue
Brian.
one. Brian.
Oh, he did. I was loving. Guess what?
You was loving him?
Oh, baby, I was loving him.
Wow.
Because I love short men, guys.
And he's really confident.
And he was
too.
confident.
I couldn't believe that.
He looked good, but
Yeah.
he got in his feelings and
He
he
did get
didn't
in his
believe in
feelings.
himself in that moment. And
That
we
shit is
all
not
have those
sexy.
moments where you don't believe in yourself. I
Yeah.
get it. But he should have just
Went for it, baby.
The guy with the guy with the merkin on his head.
Yeah, he was the one who said you said you didn't like his hair, so you must not.
and
like
there's
mine.
totally you have no hair on your head. I'm confused.
No hair
It
on
was
your
the
head.
beard. He thought it was the beard.
I have more tea about Priest. He matched after the show with a girl.
Did he?
The girl before me with the short skirt.
Ah.
Yes. Yes.
Anything else that you need to tell the people to clear the air?
Yes.
I'm still single.
Yes, ma'am.
Where can the people find you?
They can't find me.
Nowhere, bitch.
Nowhere.
It's frustrating for me, too.
Exactly. Nowhere.
But follow her business page though.
Please. This was so great.
I used to get my eyelashes done by her, and then I became a basic bitch and took them all off. But
It's
she
okay.
does the best ones.
Yeah, that
They're
was when
so
you had a
natural.
man.
That's when I had a man, and I had to like keep up, like whatever. When I find my Mexican male, I'll get them back on. But she's the shit.
We should
Thank
say where the
you.
place is and like whatever. how to-
Uptown Minneapolis.
Where are you
there's
in Uptown?
On Lake and Bryant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you live
Oh.
you're very close to my house.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh,
I lived right there.
cute.
Yes.
To hang out.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, bitch.
I was looking forward to this all
You're
week.
welcome.
I was like, I can't wait.
Me too. Thank you. Oh, this was great.
Was it fun?
You did such a good job.
Thank you.
You did so good.
NBC. No relation to NBC.